interested in what you might have learned in other classes or... Okay. That's all right. We're going to find the answers to all these questions out today. All right, so I want to start off by showing you some pictures. So the name of this lesson is Pack Your Wagon, We're Moving West. So has anyone ever seen a movie or a documentary or read a book about the West like over 200 years ago, like 1800s? Some of you have, great. So some of these pictures might look familiar. This is an old black and white picture, and we're going to find out more about what this place is called, who these people are, right? I'm glad some of you know what this beautiful picture is of. We'll learn a little bit more about this mode of transportation. We don't typically see those much in Andover, do we? Jonathan, have you ever seen one of these in real life?
No.
Walking down Main Street in Andover?
I've seen them
In movies, great.
Yeah.
And this is, we're going to talk about what those people are doing up there. I'm going to turn off the lights so you might be able to see the images a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah? Is that good? Okay, so this map should look familiar because this is the map we used when we were learning and talking about the Plain States.
Yeah.
And last class, you got a series of maps and a list of capitals and states. And we decided we were going to start talking about a different part of the country. Does anyone remember what part of the country we were talking about and what states you labeled on the map? With your hands in the air. Anybody? Jonathan.
Montana, Colorado,
Great.
California, Oregon, Washington, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico.
Were you studying?
Nebraska.
Good. Very good.
And
Somebody
then
different. In Wyoming, great. Somebody else, can you tell me what part of the country that is? What do we call that region? Abby? The West. Right, we call it the West. That is the western part of our country. So, has anyone ever visited the West before? Has anyone ever?
I was born.
You were born there. Where were you born?
Colorado.
Colorado.
Really?
How long when did you move here?
When I was 5.
You were 5. So do you remember anything about what it was like in Colorado?
Yeah.
Now, tell us, is it similar or different than where we live in the
It
Northeast?
was really different because like one day it would snow and the next day it would be like 80 degrees.
Okay, so the climate is very different. Anybody else has visited, Alana?
I visited California.
California? And did you find it to be similar or different?
The temperature there is a lot cooler than it is in Boston.
Okay, good. Talia?
Some of my cousins live in Nevada.
Do you have any observations you could share with us about what the Very dry. Good. Very good. Yes? Mexico is not part of the United States. It's in the western part of North America. But we're not going to be talking about Mexico during this lesson.
New Mexico.
Oh, New Mexico, yes.
No,
Mexico, yeah. It's not part of the western part of the United States. It's part of the western North America. Canada is also part of North America, but not part of our country. It's part of our continent. Those two words can be kind of tricky. Continent is the big picture. So that's Canada, Mexico, and the United States. But see how Canada and Mexico are gray? They're not a part of our country. Okay? Alright, so I'm interested to hear some of the things that you might have jotted down this morning for your morning work about something you might know about the West. And I left it kind of general to the West, but I'm specifically curious as to what you know about the West during the 1800s, because that's what we're going to be talking about today. Next.
Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid were around.
Okay.
They were robbing trains.
Robbing trains, so train robbers. Good.
There you go.
Somebody else? Somebody ever heard from Cooper?
A lot of farming.
A lot of farming. Okay.
Train
You can jot some of these down if you'd like. Rachel?
I know one because I read a book about when you're travel a lot. Let's go count.
Yeah. What did you learn?
It's like they kind of had a cat and like there was like a little bit of food and it was really hard
so long traveled west. Do you remember why they were going west?
Because there's better like crops.
Okay, so maybe opportunities to grow more crops, Patrick? Lewis and Clark. Have you read a book about them? So they lived and explored during that time, and we're going to talk more about them today. Abby, last thing about what you know.
Last year, it's
Yeah?
it was something in California. It's like a gold.
Gold. Okay, great. Gold what? Do you remember the term? Gold rush. Great. What about something you wonder? I want to hear 2, 3 things you wonder about the West during the 1800s. Something that you're curious. Something that you're not sure. Were they like this? Were they like that? What did they do for a living? Max?
When people found out there was land, how fast does the population grow?
Oh, great. How